Hi everyone, my name is Kiran. Um in the ARM series first session, I hope everyone watch and we discuss about the ARM template. What is a ARM template? High level, how it works, and what is the use of ARM template? Which type of language we you using in the ARM template? How is the background is that ARM template is going to communicate with the Azure platform, Azure Resource Manager, how it will convert into the API. This high level everything we discuss in the first session, guys. In this second session, we are going to understand about what are the tools or what are the scripting language or any other things, what tools we need to install in our system and how to write the code uh, on the tools, and we are going to understand. So this is a kind of prerequisite before going to creating the ARM template. First, our ARM template writing in the code in infrastructure as a code wise, how we can write it. That one before that, we are going to install the tools, guys. For that, I'm going to show you step by step everything and what are the components is are required and how to install it, how to configure everything. We're going to discuss step by step, guys. Okay. Before going to jump into the session, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like my videos, please like and share with your friends and give the comments, guys. It's a very encouraging to me. And like I will come with the different, videos and real-time issues and other things, blah blah. I will come with the things. So please encourage and give your comments and subscribe and like, guys. Thank you very much. Let's jump into the session. Before whenever we are going to write ARM template, first of all, we require the Visual Studio. Even we can write in the Notepad also, but in the Notepad, it's not easy. Like write syntax and everything because of ARM templates in the form of JSON. JSON means JavaScript object notation. It's a kind of key value pair and more. It's a syntax very, very important. If it is a miss single comma or that syntax, anything, it won't work, guys. That's the reason better is write the code in the Visual Studio Code so that we can understand where we are missing and anything. It's immediately it will show you in the Visual Studio Code. So let's jump into the how to install that Visual Studio Code. First of all, I'm going to open web browser. So here I'm going to search Visual Studio Code, and you can see, guys, and download. That's it. I'm going to search into the Google. Automatically, it's going to search in the Bing because of its Microsoft Edge browser. Due to that, it's going to search in the Bing. Okay, no problem. Anyhow, we required it's install the Visual Studio Code. You can see, guys, here. Go to download directly Visual Studio Code. Go to download, and here which operating system we are using, accordingly we can choose it. If you are using Mac, you can see, guys, that Mac related is a version, and if it is a SUSE, Ubuntu, Debian, depends on Red Hat, Fedora, like it depends on which operating system you can choose it, guys. Right now I'm using the Windows operating system, and it's a Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 11. But definitely it will going to change it because of recently you can see Windows 8. It's next month I hope it's going to retire. Microsoft not going to release the new security patches and everything. So Microsoft is recommending use the Windows 10 and Windows 11 only. So that's my choice also, Windows 10 or Windows 11, because of we won't get the more security patches. Okay, so here I'm trying to install the for Windows related Visual Studio Code. First of all, I'm trying to download. Click on, and it's automatically downloaded. So you can see, guys, it's trying to download it. It's a kind of very small package only, 88.8 MB only. Let's go to the folder. It's went to the download folder, download, and double click on that Visual Studio Code setup. That is a application. It's going to run. Just wait for a few seconds. the user install not meant to as a run as a administrator. So it's saying that we should run as a administrator. We should do run as a administrator. Right click on that, run as a administrator, and click on OK. I'm ready to continue, and I accepted agreement. Click on next. It's going to install in this path, guys. See, users, AG admin, that is a user account name, app data, local, programs, Microsoft Visual Studio code. If it is any specific path, you can browse and you can select that specific path, guys. That's not a big deal. So click on next, and Visual Studio code, it's going to install it. So in the menu bar, we are getting this name, and next. So here you can see, if you want a desktop icon, you can select it, and we can get the desktop icon also. Let's select the desktop icon, as well as add the path required shell restart. It's a environment variable wise, it's going to create it, that path, and restart code as a editor, supported files, types, and everything. It's going to install it. If it is any request required anything, you can select accordingly that other things also, guys. But right now I don't require, so it's enough to me. And click on next, install it. It's a very quickly it's going to install it, guys. It won't take much time, and you can see here very quickly and fastly it's going to installing the Visual Studio code. So that is a one thing. Once is a install this Visual Studio code, directly we can write the code? No. So there is a extension is available, guys. If it is a using that extension, it's a very easy to write the our code. So that's the reason it's a very important. After install the Visual Studio code and launch the Visual Studio code, after that go to the extension. You can see here symbol extension, Control Shift X. If you given the key keyboard key, that shortcut key, and it will open the extension also. Right now GUI wise through mouse, I'm going to click on this extension, and it's trying to search. It's so many extensions is showing, guys. Worldwide wise, what are the different development to softwares that related, all the extension is everything is available, guys. Right now we require the ARM template related. So you can see here ARM I given. So here you can see Azure Resource Manager ARM tool. This is a Microsoft. It's a providing this extension Microsoft. Other than that, third-party providers also is a providing that extension. So you can see so many different extensions is available. Right now, I required only Azure Resource Manager ARM tools, and Microsoft published that one. So click on install, and now it's trying to installing this extension, guys. Okay, so now it's a done. That is a extension it done. So what is the use of this extension tool installation means? Whenever if you given on that file, if you open any file and given the ARM, automatically it will identify automatically that skeleton. By default skeleton will get it. That skeleton automatically will get it. It's automatically, you can see, guys. And ARM hyphen storage, if it is a store, like just given the few like letters here or alphabets I given, automatically it's showing what exactly. So that feasibility, and it's a very easy to identify which one we required. That one, it's a easily identify, we can get it very quickly. So that's the reason very important, guys, needs to be install the ARM tools, so that it's a easy to write the code. It's a very easy to write the code. And another thing is you can see, guys, ARM template viewer. So graphically it will try to display the what we write the code and what exactly it's going to deploy, what are the resources is going to deploy. It will show you as a graphical user interface wise that display the ARM template, guys. So that is a if you want, you can install it, and that code it will show you to us is the graphically what are the resources going to deploy it. So right now I don't require, later on we'll look into that part also. Right now I install the ARM tools. That means Azure Resource Manager tools, we install it. Go to the files, click on here. So where needs to be stored that ARM template file. So click on open folder. First of all, I will create a one folder, this PC. Go to Windows C. I will create a one folder here, guys. Folder name is a ARM, just ARM templates or ARM. Just I will give the ARM. So select the folder, and after that, do you trust author to files in this file folder? Yes, because of in my system only, no problem at all. And after that, you can see here, I'm clicking on the new file. Click on new file. That file I'm going to give, suppose test or demo. I'm giving the name, the demo file, and this demo file also I'm going to save. Like click on file, and here save as, and this the demo file it's going to store in the ARM folder in the C drive, and demo, and here plain text I'm getting. No, I require the JSON format. So you can see, guys, JSON. I'm selecting the JSON. So here right now plain text is available. You can observe here. I'm going to show you, highlight the here. Right now it's showing the plain text and space and everything it's showing. Okay, after saving the things, it will automatically change JSON. Okay, save, and now you can see, guys, here JSON it's showing. JSON it's showing. Okay, so after that, I'm going to given the ARM. So you can see, guys, already we installed the ARM template related tool. That's the reason automatically it's identifying through that extension. So very important, guys. This is the one. If you click on, and right now what it's showing, nothing is a Azure Resource Manager template. It nothing showing, guys. If whenever I click on this one, you can observe here, it's a starting ARM template language server. That means it's a, this is also it's a change. This is also it's a change to Azure Resource Manager template wise. It's a change, and we are writing the ARM template. Automatically it identify. So that is a basically we required, guys. Basically from Visual Studio, this is a required. Once we write the code, how to run or how to deploy through template, guys. Directly template through that we can't deploy it, guys. Definitely we required Azure CLI or Azure PowerShell. It's any one of the we required. That's the reason. And from this extension wise also we can install it. Other than that, in my system, how to install the Azure CLI, how to install the Azure PowerShell also I'm going to show you. So definitely it's a very required when working on real time, day to day, some of the activities wise, we required Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell. That's the reason I'm going to show you. In the web browser, again, I'm searching with the Azure CLI download. So here, second one, you can choose, guys, install the Azure CLI Windows. For Windows, it's showing, click on. Even we can install Linux and Mac operating system also, guys. Right now you can see here showing install Windows, Mac, Linux, everything is available. So right now I'm trying in the Windows operating system. That's the reason. You can see here what it's saying, that MSI package, that installer is available. If I'm going to latest release of the Azure CLI, if I click on, it will go to the GitHub repository. GitHub repository. From that place, I can able to download it. Other than that, that MSA package, instead of going GitHub and download and install these all those things, it's a Microsoft is a providing command line, PowerShell. Run as an administrator wise, we need to run, open the PowerShell, and after that we need to provide this command. Automatically it's a download and install it. If it is already installed, somebody can ask, sir, already we installed the that Azure PowerShell, or it's a kind of Azure CLI, and how to upgrade the Azure CLI. In this scenario, you can see, guys, clearly they given Azure CLI command for update only for AG upgrade, we should use this command. So it will going to upgrade it. Upgrade means latest version, it's going to install it. Okay, so let's going to jump into the through PowerShell how to install it. So just I'm copying this command. You can see check mark, I got it. So here search PowerShell, I'm typing. So just a minute, guys. Here I have one more time. I'm trying to. It's something. It's stuck here. Okay, I think it's taking time. Instead of that one, we can go with something stuck, guys. Just a minute. Okay, it will open. Just a few seconds. Close it. Okay. So here PowerShell and Windows PowerShell open and right click, run as administrator. So here I'm going to paste it that command. What I copied that command, I'm pasting here. So you can see, guys, it's automatically download that MSA package and even automatically it's going to install silently. Okay, just click on enter. So nothing perform, guys. Here automatically it's a download and install this Azure CLI. Was once is a installation completed, I can show you it's a really install or not. Okay, so I can show you that one also. Just wait for few seconds. In between time, we'll go to the again web browser and how to download the Azure PowerShell also and how to install also. We'll look into that. Let's jump into here. Again, search, and instead of CLI, I'm going to provide the PowerShell. PowerShell download and download the Azure SDKs and tools. Click on here. Okay. And here .NET documentation, Android, Python. Okay, might be tools. I need to select the tools here. Yes, here Azure CLI and PowerShell, Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code, everything it's available, guys. Right now, I'm going to install Azure PowerShell. Click on that one, and it's a route to the Microsoft documentation. How to install also, it's going to show to us here. So first of all, what it's showing here, uh, minimum like PowerShell version required for installing the Azure modules. Here PowerShell 7.0.6 LTS long-term support and PowerShell 7.1.3 or higher is a recommended version. PowerShell use the this Azure PowerShell module in all platforms. In all platforms. For that, how to find out which version we are using PowerShell in our Windows mission, and using the command $ps version table .ps version. Using that command, we can get the exactly which version we are using. So other than that is how to install the PowerShell module also. It's clearly showing here that AG means that is a PowerShell module, guys. AG means PowerShell modules. And you can see older version is a Azure RM. Azure RM is a older version, guys. So even if you are already installed Azure RM, nowadays nobody using, guys. It's only we should use the right now is a AG module. Everything is a latest version wise AG module. So update the right now it's mostly our Windows servers and Windows desktop missions by default will get the nowadays Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server 2016, 19, and these all operating system will get the Windows PowerShell 5.1. If you are running on Windows 10, you can see 5.1 by default we are getting. So install the this .NET framework 4.7.2 or later, and make sure latest version of the PowerShell. After that, we need to run this command so that it's going to install the PowerShell, guys. PowerShell, it is going to install it. Other than that, offline installation wise, download the Azure PowerShell MSA package also. This Azure PowerShell, I also like, we can download MSA package. Through that also we can install it. Let's jump into the MSA package here. So click on this one, and again it's open here, same thing. Um, so it's a definitely it should be in the, yes, GitHub repository. This is a one I'm looking. Click on this one. So MSA package is available here, guys. So Azure PowerShell, just a minute here. What is the latest version and everything? What are the latest components added and PowerShell commands and everything they will provide it here, guys. So install the module. They are saying that using this is a one, we can do it. This all everything it's available, guys. So okay, let's see the through PowerShell module. It's install the command line wise how to install the PowerShell module. We'll look into that. Better is we can do it. Install the module. I'm just a copy. This is a one. It's not required repository. These all those things also we can do it. But right now I don't require. Just as a install the module name, and this is a up to this is a one. I'm copy, guys. Let's go to here, and the CLI already installation completed. So let's test it. AG version. Sorry, it's a I given the wrong command here. Version is a spelling is a wrong. Just AG also if you given it's not identify version. Okay, let me. Okay, it's not identify, not recognize AG. Okay, that means it's a something we need to perform it, guys. Just a minute. Let me open the command prompt. AG hyphen version. Let's check it this way. It's trying to identify. Yes, you can see, guys, Azure CLI 2.4 43.0. That is the latest version. If it is not latest version, and it will show you guys that some message is a this is a older version, please upgrade the thing, and that command using that you can upgrade the Azure CLI also. It will show to us, guys. Okay, I open the command line interface CMD, and after that check the AG space hyphen version. This is a command I used it and checking the Azure CLI which version is running on my system. Okay, let's jump into the install the AG modules like PowerShell modules. Click on here, install module hyphen name equal like AG. So it's trying to install the Azure PowerShell modules here. So even if you go to here and step by step everything, Microsoft given the very good document, guys, and using that we can refer and install it very quickly, very easily, guys. Okay, so that's a very good documentation, guys. Microsoft is provided. So let's jump into here. Let's check it. So here it's asking the installation because of it's asking to install. Yes, I required. I given Y, that means S, enter. It's trying to install it. Just wait for, and you can see PowerShell get required Nugget provider version. This is a one. Nugget version is required. Again, it's asking from untrusted repository. If you are trusted repository, yes, it's a trusted repository, and click on Y. Again, it's trying to check it. Repository from PS gallery, PowerShell gallery. That is from that. It's trying to get it and fetch and trying to install it. Okay, that is by default it's showing the untrusted repository. That's the reason Microsoft given here documentation wise we need to run this command. That's the reason, guys. You can see here what they given here. um, Remote sign in, this is a execution policy. Sometimes you are getting the any error, so you need to set the execution policy current user at least and remote sign in, and we need to run this command in case of you are getting the any error. If you are not getting error, no problem right now. Later on also at least we should run this command. Okay, other than that, if it is checking installation, install the module hyphen name aged scope current user and repository ps gallery hyphen force. So this is a command they are referring. So why? Because of this repository needs to be trusted, otherwise it won't install it. So that's the reason. So let's check it here. What going on? So I hope it's a backend. It's trying to fetch um, AG module from PS Gallery and trying to install the AG modules. Let's wait for a few seconds, guys. Definitely, it will take a little bit time here to install the Azure PowerShell module, going to install it in our system. Okay, so I hope up to now everyone clear how to install the Visual Studio Code and how to install the extension, that relevant ARM tool, and after that Azure CLI, how to install it, how to check it that really Azure CLI is a install and which version is running, and after that how to install the Azure PowerShell also we are looking here. So this is the way we can install the tools, guys, before going to write the ARM template. Before going to write the ARM template, guys. So hopefully you can try and you can able to succeed it. But here it's taking a little bit time. So even we can run that command and that one. So even in a description, I will provide these links, guys, and you can refer it accordingly. You can try to install the these relevant tools so that we are be ready with that writing the ARM template code. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone. And we'll meet in the next session and we'll discuss the how to write basic code from basic to like we'll go one by one. Okay, thank you, everyone.